What's up class? Welcome to my channel. For today's video, we are going to talk about arithmetic sequence. But what is a sequence? A sequence is a list of numbers or objects in a special order. Pag sinabing special order, there exists a certain form or design. In short, may nag-e-exist na pattern. In this example, we have a set of shapes. If we continue to follow the order of the shapes, the next figure obviously is a circle. For example number 2, we have a set of numbers. As you can see, the numbers are increasing. But the pattern that exists is we should multiply the previous number by 3 to get the next number. So in this set, after 81, we should have 243. That is because 81 times 3 is equal to 243. For the last example, another set of numbers is given. Just like example number 2, the numbers are increasing. But this time, a different pattern exists. We should add 4 to the previous number to move on to the next. So after 16, the answer is equal to 20. That is because 16 plus 4 is equal to 20. And that is the basic definition of a sequence. Next, we have the finite sequence and infinite sequence. Finite sequence is a type of sequence that ends, meaning we have a last element and the number of elements in this sequence is fixed, just like this example. All in all, we have 5 elements and the last element that we have is 9. On the other hand, infinite sequence is a type of sequence that goes on forever. Sana all may forever. In this type of sequence naman, we have no last element, and the number of elements or members in that given sequence cannot be determined. Just like this example. Usually, in a given infinite sequence, nandyan lagi yung presence ng ellipsis to signify that the given sequence is indeed an infinite sequence. By the way class, the elements or members in a given sequence are usually called terms. Let me emphasize class that the use of an ellipsis doesn't always mean that the given sequence is an infinite sequence. There are some cases wherein the example is exactly like this. As you can see, we have our last term which is 41. So therefore, we can say that this given sequence is a finite sequence. Pero, gumamit sila ng ellipsis in between terms. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Simply to omit some part of the sequence for convenience. Kung susundin natin yung pattern ng sequence na to, after 9, we still have 11, 13, 15, 17, and so on. May mga times kasi class na ang given finite sequence has many terms. So para maiwasan yung pagsusulat ng maraming terms, they are putting an ellipsis in between terms. Again, for convenience. So therefore, this given sequence is still a finite sequence. Now, what is an arithmetic sequence? Arithmetic sequence is a sequence where every term after the first is obtained by adding a constant called common difference. Let me emphasize that one. Adding a constant. Given these two examples, one of them is an arithmetic sequence and one of them is not. Which do you think is a perfect example of an arithmetic sequence? That's correct. The second one is an example of an arithmetic sequence. Why? Because in the second example, to get the next number, we are adding a constant which is 4 to the previous number. 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. Unlike the first example, instead of adding a constant, we are multiplying a constant. So in this given arithmetic sequence, obviously, our common difference is 4. Remember class, to get the common difference of any given arithmetic sequence, subtract 2 consecutive terms. Let's have our previous example. In this given sequence, our common difference is 4. Paano nga ba nakuha yun? We can subtract 4 and 0. 4 minus 0 is equal to 4. Or, 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. 16 minus 12 is equal to 4. Any two consecutive terms will do. That's how you get the common difference of any given arithmetic sequence. Let's have more examples. Is this an arithmetic sequence? Yes, this is an arithmetic sequence, and our common difference is positive 7. How? 12 minus 5 is equal to 7. 19 minus 12 is equal to 7. How about this one? Is this also an arithmetic sequence? Yes, this is an example of an arithmetic sequence. Our common difference is negative 3. How? 14 minus 17 is equal to negative 3. 11 minus 14 is equal to negative 3. Also, we can say that the first example is a finite sequence and the second example is an infinite sequence. Let's go back to the second example. Bakit arithmetic sequence pa rin siya? Kung babalikan natin ang meaning ng arithmetic sequence, it says that every term after the first is obtained by adding a constant. Sa example na to, we are not adding a constant, but instead, we are subtracting 3 from the previous number to get the next number. So how come that this is an example of an arithmetic sequence? Remember class, that subtracting a number is the same as adding a negative number. For example, 5 minus 2 is the same as 5 plus negative 2. So in this given, we can say that we are still adding a constant, but this time, the constant that we add is negative. So therefore, this given example is still an arithmetic sequence. That's why common difference can either be positive or negative. Let's discuss more examples. Is this an arithmetic sequence? Yes, this is an arithmetic sequence. The common difference is negative 5. How? Negative 7 minus negative 2 is equal to negative 7 plus 2, which is equal to negative 5. Or, you can subtract negative 12 and negative 7 to get negative 5. How about this one? Is this an example of an arithmetic sequence? Yes, this is an arithmetic sequence. The common difference is negative 8. How? 7 minus 15 is equal to negative 8. Or, you can subtract negative 1 and positive 7 to get negative 8. Is this an arithmetic sequence? Yes, the common difference is positive 5. How? You can subtract negative 1 and negative 6 to get positive 5. Or, 4 minus negative 1 is equal to 4 plus 1, which is equal to positive 5. How about the last sequence? Does it illustrate an arithmetic sequence? The answer is no. Why? Because instead of adding a constant, the given sequence has a pattern of multiplying the previous numbers by 2 to get the next numbers. So therefore, this given is not an arithmetic sequence. However, it is another type of sequence that we will discuss in another video. Now, let's have the activity called What's Missing in Me. For this part, we are going to identify the missing terms in the following arithmetic sequences. Let's have the first one. To get the missing terms, we need first to identify the common difference of the given sequence. In this example, the common difference is obviously positive 8. So therefore, after 29, we should have positive 37 and positive 45. How about the next example? What is the common difference? Very good. The common difference is negative 5. Therefore, after negative 3, the missing terms are negative 8 and negative 13. How about this example? What is the common difference? That's right, the common difference is positive 6. So the missing terms are positive 7 and positive 19. And for the last example, what is the common difference? Excellent! The common difference is negative 3. So therefore, the first term should be negative 6. And after negative 15, the missing term is negative 18. Also, in this part, we can say that the first two examples are finite sequences and the last two examples are infinite sequences. And you know why. And that will be the end of our part 1 session about arithmetic sequence. Sana may natutunan kayo sa video natin ngayon. Salamat sa panonood and see you in my next video.